Hey guys, it's Rich, and I wanted to do one last video before my batteries run out again. So, I made two videos earlier for the... and this is just going to be a random vlog, because I'm going to talk about, like, stuff I've done, while I was gone for like 3 years, and, a couple different things here and there. But anyway, I'm gonna ramble basically for 10, 15, 20 minutes. I don't know. However long this happens, it happens. Because there's a lot of things I need to discuss. So, I made two videos earlier for the Christo-Pagan series. Go check those out. If you are following the Christo-Pagan series, I hope you're enjoying them. I don't know how many people are watching them, how many people are really getting anything from them. So, there's not a lot of talking going back and forth. And I'll get on that little rant here in a second. And then I made a video for Pagan Perspective. So, that one's going to be edited and uploaded. And then I'm going to have to switch back to my personal channel and edit and upload this one. So, but most of this is going to be just the raw, uncensored, whatever it is. But I'm going to probably edit out, like, the ums and the, like, pauses where I just, like, stare off into space because I'm kind of, like, fascinated with something on the wall. Stuff like that. So, excuse me. So, I kind of wanted to first, and yes, I have something in my hand again. I keep on thinking I'm, like, going to throw this at the camera, and I'm just going to break this flip cam that I got in an estate that we got somewhere along the line. I think we bought out a storage unit for that this one came in, so it was an abandoned storage unit. So, anyway, moving on, and of course, trusty coffee, my lifeblood. Now, first off, I want to say, I do have an addiction to coffee, I do have an addiction to cigarettes. Don't smoke, and I can't say don't drink coffee because it's just amazing. Anyway, so, what have I been up to the last, like, 3 years? The last video that I made was, for my personal channel at least. I kept on doing videos for the Pagan Perspective. I made an obligation, and I really enjoyed doing the videos there. One of the reasons I stopped doing videos for my personal channel was I found that I didn't have as much to say, and part of that's because I wasn't looking into my own personal practice as much as I should have. Anyway, and that's covered in other videos, so you can listen all about that later, or on another video. So, I'm just gonna screw that. So, I'm just gonna basically talk frankly. The last one that I did was on a renovation of my office whenever I had my record business. I really enjoyed doing the record business. And it fell through. Yeah. Complete and utter, not really disaster. I was in a relationship at that time. And I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that. I want to talk a little bit about magic on that one. I did a spell. I'll admit, I did a spell. I didn't do a spell on him. I didn't do a spell for something specific to happen. And that's where I really wanted to go with the Christo-Pagan series on the why behind what we do, because I didn't put as much thought and care and specifications in that spell or that ritual as I probably should have. I asked for the guy that was right for me at that time. Yeah, we had a good, 6 months? Yeah, it was really good. I had fun. I was in love. However, he got my money and then scooted on out. So, yeah, there's still about, and I hold a lot of regret with that. Yeah, I still have about $1,800 that are out there that he owes me, that I keep on harping about him paying me back. So, yeah, I really want my money back. But anyway, lessons learned. Eventually I'll get money back. I mean, it's just money. But, yeah. That's why I wanted to do that video on the why behind what we do. Learning more about the underlying reasons why we're doing it, and really asking ourselves the tough questions behind everything. Stuff like that. Like I said, I didn't cast a spell on him. I cast a spell to bring to me somebody that was perfect for me at that time. And it was truly perfect at that time. But it didn't last. So, I just wanted to caveat that. Around, right before Christmas, or not Christmas, I think it was right before Thanksgiving, we broke up. Yeah. I did my... See, this is why I need the list, guys. Okay. I did my video on my office renovation. I loved that color yellow. Some people said, wow, that's way too bright. I absolutely love that yellow. I don't care what anybody said. It was great. It was nice, bright. I loved being in there whenever I was doing anything within that office space. So, anyway, that was the last video that I did, and then I took like a hiatus for like 3 years. Nobody had seen nor heard from me since then, except for on Pagan Perspective. So, yeah, I broke up with this guy and completely devastated. It was right before Thanksgiving. I spent Thanksgiving alone. I spent my Christmas vacation that I took a heck of a long vacation. I was going to spend most of my Christmas vacation, like, I think it was like 2-3 weeks I took off from work, and I had it all planned out that we were just going to spend all this time together, and since we were broken up, I wasn't really spending time with anybody. I basically didn't have any friends around that area. I was depressed, alone, and I felt really sorry for myself. So, here I was, I had a dog, 2 cats, and me. I was completely devastated. I did a lot of introspective work then. I had to see what was wrong with me. In fact, there wasn't anything really, I don't think, wrong with me. Though I think I let him take advantage of me in a way, and it sounds terrible to say it that way, but in a way I think it's true. And there's still things that I'm mulling over and everything with that, so I've moved on from the relationship and all that, and I still think about it from time to time, and I'm still getting over it.